Yeah, it's week 8. You can go ahead and ignore that loss. In fact, I'm on a 3-game losing streak because we got wins. We got wins. And even more wins. So many wins this week. Of week 8, big wins. Boo. Big wins. Big wins. Right, week 8 is in the books. We're going to look through all the different teams I had this week. We're going to break them down, the highs, the lows. Let's get into it. First league, 7-point loss. Tough, I know. Real tough. Let's break it down a little bit. Quinten Johnston. Is this back-to-back games? No. Okay, he had 4.7 this week off of 9 carries, only 20 yards. Man, the Browns, they don't wasted a Myles Garrett 5-sack game because the offense just couldn't do anything. I still don't comprehend why they haven't started Shador, but at this point, you really don't got much of a choice. Your team sucks. Joe Flacco wasn't in for y'all. Dylan Gabriel was by far way worse than Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was near the competent wide receiver 1 and 2, and he was chilling. So at this point, start Shador, let him develop with the team, and then go ahead and get some more receivers for him. But this is crazy. Like, Quinten Johnston is way better than this, but the offense just sucks, and they're always down by 30, so it's hard to run the ball anyways. But yeah, 4 points from him. Matthew Golden, only 3 points. My goodness. I really didn't have much to do, like, besides him, but it's like, bro, you could have done something for me. Like 4 yards on 3 catches. I thought NFL receivers get at least like 8 to 10 a catch. That boy had a yard a catch. You would have thought he was a running back. But yeah, this is a bad performance by me. Started the wrong person. I had Tucker Kraft on the bench. I know. Hey, so this one hurt. This one hurt a lot. He had 30. His second 100 receiving yard game, 2 touchdowns. If I had started him over Tyler Warren, that would have been it for me. I don't know why I forgot to move Quinten Johnston on my bench. I remember hearing buzz about him from the game, but prior to this, he was just dropping passes left and right. So I'm assuming the team just didn't trust him this week, and they didn't want to pass him the ball. So he had 0. My defense had 0 because for whatever reason, Miami Dolphins remember how to play football. TUA was, I don't know, he just found some new gear to go into and was just phenomenal. But yeah, the defense got me nothing. Chris Boswell got me 20. This is probably the MVP of my league, of my team this week. Got me 20 as a kicker. He did better than some of my receivers and running back. He did better than almost every skill position I had besides my quarterback. Well, that's not skill position, but he did better than all of them as a kicker. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, lost by 7. Tough loss. I fell down to 3-5. But surprisingly, I don't feel too bad about this league. Like, my team as it isn't the greatest. But even with that, I had Kyrie Williams on a bye. I'm getting Nico Collins back from injury. Puka's supposed to be coming back this week. I have Tucker Kraft. So the future is looking real bright. I get Kyrie back, I'm going to get Puka back, and I'm going to get Nico Collins back. I don't see why I don't go on a 5-game streak. Tell me, why wouldn't I? I'm getting all my key players back. Like, I'm really not worried at all. I know Quinten Johnston is going to be better because Shador's going to come in there, and he's going to go crazy. Tyler Warren, that's an off game from him. He normally, I mean, you see the numbers, 16, 18, 14, 18. He's normally going to give you double-digit points. That was an off game from him, so we don't expect too many of those. So I'm not worried about this one at all. So on to the next league. These are the numbers I like to see. This is a good old-fashioned BTA. Belt to we won by 70. I love this. Jalen Hurts. Both talking about him about being washed and how he just wasn't throwing the ball. We had AJ Brown on the bench reading books, frowning, all this and that. And these past few weeks, he's been dealing. Granted, this past week, he didn't have the crazy amount of yards, but he had 4 touchdowns. But I've been noticing recently he hasn't really been running the ball all that much. He really had just been sitting in that pocket and dealing. Granted, it's a lot of screen passes, but it's working. Like he's throwing the ball just enough. He had 20 passes this past game, 4 touchdowns against the Giants, 30 points from him. I will take that. Josh Allen spanked the Panthers 40-9. He didn't really need to do too much because they did win by so much. As you see here, he only threw the ball 19 times, 1 passing touchdown, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns, which is what I love about him. Even if he doesn't have a good passing game, he's gonna come in and deal with the rushing. He has, I think, 5 rushing touchdowns this season. That's why you draft Josh Allen high. Breece Hall, phenomenal game. They was going to talk mess about Justin Fields. His own GM was saying, if only we had a quarterback that can complete a pass. Like, that's crazy to say that on national television in 4K about your starting QB that you picked. Like, no one told you to get Justin Fields. You did it all on your own. And then you can go on national television and start clowning him. Like, that's crazy. But this past week, everyone came to play. Breece Hall had a phenomenal game. Justin Fields had a great game. Breece Hall, 2 rushing touchdowns, 133 yards, 7.4 yards an attempt. That is crazy. 38 points from him. The MVP of this team had 38 from him, 31 from Jalen Hurts. And it didn't even matter that Drake London got me 0 points, or that Ramondre Jameson only had 7, or that Emeka Egbuka only had 6, which I'm not really surprised about because I think Emeka Egbuka was dealing with some kind of injury. So I know the numbers are down right now, but they got to get him a little healthier. So I'm not expecting too much from him yet. But yeah, I expect against the Saints he's gonna have a really good game. So not tripping about that. But yeah. Oh, I forgot about Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft with 34. I didn't even peep that. My bad. 34. 2 touchdowns receiving, 143 yards on 7 catches. Great game by him. And yeah, just an all-around great game. My opponent left Tua on the bench. Oh, you can't even blame him for us, Tua. But his starting quarterback, Baker Mayfield, had 2 points. 2 points. 100 yards passing, had a fumble, no touchdowns. And it's crazy because he was in that MVP race for a second until, this past game. Saquon Barkley, we thought he was washed after that great season he had last year. I don't really give Eagles too much praise because it is the Eagles and they knocked out my Rams, but I get credit where credit is due. He had a good game this past week. Probably his first great game all season. 150 yards rushing, 10 yards an attempt, 1 touchdown rushing, 1 touchdown catching. Great game from him. First one of the season. But yeah, this is overall just BTA. Beat him by 70, improved to 5-3, which is kind of crazy because in this league, they ranked my team a C. Look at my team. They ranked this a C. But you see it now. I'm 5-3. We're dealing. On to the next one. All right. GBS Football League won this game by about 30. Another pretty convincing win. And this team I was very, very nervous about just because, look at my bench. Kyron was on a bye. Brian Thomas was on a bye. Amarian Hampton injured. Joe Mixon still injured. Yeah, I just had so many injuries and byes and whatnot. So I had to start anybody. I had to start Justice Hill. Huh? That's how bad it was. I had to start the Ravens backup running back with Lamar Jackson out. If that doesn't tell you that I was struggling this week, I was struggling, and yet we still came out with the win. On the back of Breece Hall. This man saved me in 2 different leagues. Breece Hall, 32 points, 2 touchdowns rushing. Already went into this, but league saver. Patrick Mahomes, again, I can't say enough about him. He's been carrying my team. Another 20-point game from him. 3 passing touchdowns. He did have 2 picks, which did hurt me a little bit, but it didn't matter. 4 rushes for 30 yards, 3 touchdowns passing. Great game from him. Troy Franklin. I picked him up because Brian Thomas Jr. wasn't playing. Stephon Diggs, I was iffy about him. And I picked him up in the last second. He gave me 26. The backup on the Broncos. I thought Cortland Sutton was going to have a phenomenal game. But nope. The fantasy peoples was like, nah, we got you, Udo. We got you. We got you. Don't even trip. Troy Franklin. Love you, man. 26 points, 2 touchdowns, 90 yards. Love that. What else? Falcons defense again. If you would have told me that Tua was going to score above 30, I would have said you was lying. But here we are. Falcons lost by 24. I don't remember what Tua's stat line was, but 34 points with no Tyreek Hill. So yeah, I mean, Falcons are getting dropped instantly. You gave up 30 to the Dolphins, instant drop. Kicker did decent, nothing too much from the kicker. Quinten Johnston had 0 targets. I'm saying that again. Quinten Johnston had 0 targets. This is the same man that had a game with 10 targets, 13 targets. Last week he had 6. This week he had 0. Granted, he does have a lot of drops. He does have butterfingers. I understand that. But 0? 0? Like, that's crazy. Justice Hill did better than him. And Justice Hill had 1 carry for 2 yards. And did better than him. That's wild. But thankfully, still came away with a dub. Bijan Robinson didn't have a good game. Josh Jacobs didn't have his best game. And we know what he can do. We know he's a baller. Like, he has 2 30-point games this season. We know Josh Jacobs can hoop. Kyle Monangai didn't do much for him. I think I have him in one of my leagues as well. Just how crazy the injuries are. He had to start Mason Taylor on the Jets. But he did get 14. Like, the Jets all around had a really good week. Like, Jets were hooping. I can't even lie. Jets were hooping, but thankfully Travis Etienne was on a bye. Brock Bowers is out. But yeah, pretty convincing win for me. Won by about 30. Blew that man out. Improved to 6-2. I'm second in the league. I think there's somebody in our league that is 7-1 or something like that, or another person at 6-2 that has scored more points than me. But it's whatever. We're 6-2. I'm on a 5-game streak. We're gonna keep this going. I'm gonna have Kyron back. Hopefully Martin Hampton comes back soon. Stephon Diggs going back to the lineup. Yeah, it's a great team, man. With Patrick Mahomes, Breece Hall, Tyler Warren, like, great team right here. On to the last team. All right. Another disappointing loss in this league. I know. It's tough. It's tough. I lost by 40. Let's break this down. Matthew Stafford had a bye. Lamar was injured, so I started Daniel Jones, who had a good game. 23 from Daniel Jones is not a bad game. He had 3 passing touchdowns. He had 3 rushing yards. Not terrible. 23 points. Derrick Henry had a solid game too. 70 yards rushing. He had 2 touchdowns though. 19 points. That's decent. Very, very decent. But Alvin Kamara, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I might have to move him to the bench. I just might have to. He hasn't really broke out for me. Granted, he's been solid. He's giving me a couple of 10+ point games, but like, I'm losing by 40. Like, I need more from my players. So I might have to move him back to the bench. Keenan Allen, they won by like 30, so it's like, you know, like, can't really ask for much more from a team as a whole, but it's like, for my team, I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need another one of those 120-1 touchdown games. But yeah, 8 points from Keenan Allen. Like, everyone was disappointed for me this week. There was no standout players. None. My kicker, who was previously ranked the number 1 kicker in fantasy, had 1 point. He came off of 3 straight 10-point games, and then when I needed him the most, he got me 1. And you can see it's my bench. This is my bench. Puka Nacua out with injury. David Montgomery on the bye. Quinten Johnston, nothing. George Kittle, 14. Stafford on the bye. Lamar injured. That's my bench. Like, you can just see I'm struggling in this league. Cortland Sutton forgot to hoop. He wanted to let his backup receivers, Troy Franklin, all the other guys eat. He took a backseat to them. I don't know why. 67 yards for only 10 points. I guess. Tyler Warren, 9 points, no touchdowns. Wan'Dale Robinson. You would have thought with Scatterboo going down with the injury, you would have thought his numbers would have improved, but they didn't. 48 yards. They actually went down from last week, which is crazy. Emeka Egbuka, he's still coming back from injury. I know, but it's like, I need help. Like, please help me. Help my team. I am struggling. I need at least 10 points from you. I'm struggling right now. But yeah, next week, I'm going to have Montgomery back. I need Puka to save me. I do. I need Puka to save me. I need Lamar to save me. Like, I need my three-headed monster back with Lamar, Puka, and Derrick Henry. Because right now, it's not looking all that good. Like, every week, my opponents just do great. Drake May, 26. Michael Pittman Jr., 23. Dallas Goedert, 18. Vidal, almost 20 points. The defense had 20. The kicker had 8. He even had players in his bench that were hooping. Justin Herbert, 26 on the bench. Like, I need help, man. I need help. I need it bad. My team is 3-5. I'm gonna have to make some pickups and some roster changes. I'm probably to figure out who to replace. I need to try to see if I can get another running back, maybe. New RB. And then a new flex, because I don't really trust these flexes right now. Like, Booker has a bye, pretty sure this next week. Got to figure out how to replace him. I'm praying Lamar is healthy and he starts. Cause I heard rumors he's supposed to be playing on Thursday, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna start him regardless. Just cause, and I'm just hoping for a decent game from him. I really need Puka back. He's supposed to be coming back next week, but we'll see. But yeah, finished this 3-5. This week I finished off 2-2. Another 2-2 week. I know I've had a lot of those, but we're trying. We're trying to bounce back from all these different injuries, all the bye weeks. Again, I'm liking most of my teams right now. This is probably the team that I have the most concern for, but we're going to look in the waiver wire. We're going to figure this out, make the playoffs. Rams come back from bye. We play the Saints. It's going to be a great game. We're going to improve to 6-2. And yeah, let me know how your team is doing in the comment section. Let me know how your fantasy team is doing. Are you in the playoff hunt right now? Are you leading your league? Are you going to have to do some punishments because you're in last place in your league? And let me know how your NFL team is doing as well. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We have a good week of football coming up in week 9. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next week.